and this is the Pew Hispanic Center did this research and provided these numbers. According to the Pew Hispanic Center, illegal immigrants represents less than 5% of the U.S. workforce, yet they make up 24% of those working in farming occupations, 17% in cleaning services, 14% of construction laborers, and 12% of those in food preparation industries. Many of these occupations are among those expected to grow the fastest in coming decades. If those numbers are accurate, and no one challenges them,
right, they are accurate.
If you take those workers and ship them back to their native countries, what happens to our economy?
First, I don't think you'd have to ship all the workers back. But secondly, look, Tim, let's take one of those figures. Was construction 14%?
Yes.
Okay, that means 86% of construction workers are American citizens or people here legally whom the illegal aliens are competing with. And they say the Americans won't do their jobs. That's nonsense. Secondly, the congressman talks about working folks. And the non-managerial, 80% of American workers, is something like 93 million. Their wages in the Bush boom, so-called, have been arrested. They are not going up. Productivity goes up, but wages aren't going up. It defies common sense to say you can bring in 36 to 40 million legal immigrants and 12 to 20 million illegal and not have those huge number of uneducated, unschooled folks, who many of whom don't speak the language, not drive down the wages of working Americans. That is preposterous. The Wall Street Journal, I don't know what their editorial is, but the Wall Street Journal has been an open borders, pro-NAFTA, transnational newspaper for a long, long time.
The fact is that they do jobs. Every time you go to the grocery store and you get grapes or any agricultural product, we know who is in those pesticide-ridden fields across this country, in many times inhumane conditions, picking the fruits and the crops that are necessary and vital to our economy, doing the kinds of work that truly other Americans won't do. The fact is, Pat, we have a society in which we have an older population of workers. It's just the truth. It's getting older. I want to go back to this point, and I hope you would let me finish at this time. There are 144 million workers in our workforce. 79 million of them are baby boomers. I just want to reiterate, in 20 years, the youngest of that 79 million will be 63. This population will need to be replaced. We continue to have a more educated, more sophisticated workforce that we create in America. Someone, as in the past, is going to have to do those kinds of jobs.
You better wake up and smell the coffee here. Let me look.
Here's the problem, Pat. I have not interrupted you one time. I know that you have a position on this issue, but I would like to respond to you and to finish. Thank you. And secondly, Pat, we passed welfare reform. For you to come to this program to say that immigrants get benefits from our welfare state is just an outright untruth. The fact is we passed all means-tested programs. Our immigrants are ineligible for them. But the two most expensive programs, entitlement programs, Social Security and Medicare, let me just tell you something. You have to be a citizen of the United States to get supplemental Social Security, and you don't get Social Security benefits and Medicare until you've paid into the system.
2 quick points, Congressman. Look, under Plyler v. Doe, every single state has to give free public education to children who are here illegally. In D.C., that costs between $12,000 and $16,000 per child. Those folks are not paying $12,000 to $16,000 in taxes. Secondarily, the folks, grapes were picked in America for a long, long time. These jobs, washing cars, were done. Mowing lawns were done. I used to do those jobs, Congressman. Construction jobs, when in the 50s, were the best job a kid could get out of school. Your father had to have some contact with the union to get it. These are good jobs. They're for working people. Let me tell you something. African Americans, a sad and tragic figure. African American and Hispanic Americans, 50% don't graduate from high school. And of those who do, the average level of math and English is 7th, 8th, 9th grade. There are 85 million of those folks. There's going to be 160 million if we don't control the border. What I'm saying is you are risking having two countries. Let us stop, no amnesty, stop this, secure the border, enforce the laws, then we can debate what to do with the folks who are legally, who are not criminal.
The fact is there is no amnesty in either of the bills. We say, come out of the darkness, come out of the shadows, we will fingerprint you. If you've been convicted of any felony, you're out of the program. Number 2, pay fines. They do exactly what you propose to do. Learn English.
If they were
Learn
legal yesterday and they're legal today, isn't that amnesty?
But you see, once again, we're not listening to one another. We're not having a discourse here on this program, and that is wrong with what's the texture and the tone of the debate that we're having in America. Everybody wants to criticize the immigration system, tell us what's wrong with the immigration system, but are we ready to meet the challenge of fixing the immigration system so that we can end illegal immigration as we know it today?
I wrote a book on it.
But let me finish something.
Did you read it?
Let me say one other thing. We have the largest guest worker program in the history of the United States. It's called 12 million undocumented workers. I want them to stop reducing wages of American workers and protect American workers.
Because they're here illegally.
I want them to protect American workers. You know what they do because of their undocumented status? They actually do compete in the workplace, unfairly damaging American workers. So if we're not going to deport them, which you said is unrealistic, then we need to legalize them, document them,